Kansas is in shambles, and I think the Darryn Peterson outside noise has infiltrated them because it's just you can't drop a game at home to Cincinnati, who Cincinnati, since losing to West Virginia, Hunter Huff went off. They're four straight W's. And if you remember, their coach at Cincinnati went up to the fans. He was like, "I'm frustrated. You have a right to be frustrated. I'm frustrated myself. Blah 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 blah." They've won 4 straight since that moment. Is Cincinnati a team now that has some real momentum? A couple of good wins, a really really good win at Allen Fieldhouse, which is an extremely hard place to play. And this Kansas team that went from beating Arizona has now gotten blown out by Iowa State. They lost to Cincinnati at home, and all anybody's talking about is not how good Kansas has been this season, but it's DNP Darryn Peterson. He had like 1 assist in like his last 80 minutes going into today's game. He had 1 assist in today's game. I think they're letting the outside noise infiltrate what they had going on there in Allen Fieldhouse, and they have the talent in that locker room to be the #1 team in the country, to win a national championship. But when you have a star player in Darryn Peterson who doesn't seem to give a fuck about basketball, it's going to be hard to win a national championship. And what Darryn Peterson is doing and has been doing, if it's true, which I mean, at this point, it's hard to say he actually dealt with cramps. He actually had flu-like symptoms. I think he's been load managing, and the Oklahoma State game was a perfect example of that. He got as many points as he needed to raise his draft stock, and then he subbed himself out. And it's like what he is doing is just disgraceful to college basketball. It's disrespectful to college basketball. Like it's disrespectful to the players on his team because not everybody on his team is going to be in the NBA. Like this is it for most of these players as basketball players, as athletes, as collegiate athletes. And Darryn Peterson's just mailing it in, especially on a team that has the talent to win a national championship. If everybody was bought in, and everybody seems to be bought in except Darryn Peterson, if I'm Bill Self and this kid is just mailing it in, doesn't want to play for this team, shut him down for the season and just run it with Melvin Council, Flo Badunga. And Flo Badunga plays so much. Flo Badunga with Darryn Peterson, without Darryn Peterson on the floor, is a completely different player. So if you need to go that far, if you're Bill Self and this guy just doesn't care about winning, doesn't care about Kansas, his eyes are set on the NBA, shut him down. Fuck him. He doesn't care about you. Why should you care about him? You know? And and I get he's only 19 and he's 18 years old. He's probably just getting bad advice. Like it's definitely not like I don't know. It's a weird situation. Never seen anything like it. I'm happy I'm not Bill Self. It's a tough situation to navigate because you have this kid who's one of the most skilled college basketball players we have ever seen, and he just doesn't play. And early on, you're like, all right, maybe he's just cramping, maybe he's just cramping. But it gets to a point where it's like, all right, maybe he just doesn't want to play. He doesn't care about Kansas basketball. And that's when it's like, what do you do with a guy like that? Like, obviously, he's a good player. You don't want to shut him down. He's probably just getting some bad advice. How do you navigate that situation? Like, I don't want to say they're better without him because they've looked really good with him on the floor. But dropping a game the way that they dropped this game to Cincinnati at home, Bill Self is like a 900% winning percentage at home. And they lose to Cincinnati. It's a tough place to be. It's a tough place for Kansas to be.